So for most of my life, I've seen Instagram as kind of quite a bad thing. You know, that you should just avoid as much as possible, and there isn't really any good thing about Instagram. You know, apart from like the dopamine you get from it is bad. It should be avoided, kind of thing. But there's a bit of a double standard here, if you can call it that, because at the end of the day, I do still have Instagram. I do still use Instagram, and yeah. So what's going on here? Well, for most of my life, I just kind of thought, whatever, like people are inconsistent. Just avoid going on Instagram as much as possible, kind of thing. But nowadays, I've actually started to think that the thing is there is actually some merit in these social medias. Um, they are just incredibly powerful, and there's a reason why we're all on them so much, and the thing to do is just to use them with the right intention, because if you use it with a certain intention, it can be just unbelievably productive in your life. It's really difficult to use it with that kind of consistency, but if you do, like, you're in a really good place. And it seems to me at the same time, like, we've got these resources of social media, and we should be able to use them. So I'm just going to sort of share like what I've changed about my Instagram and like how I use it now. So I like before like a few weeks ago, I basically just used Instagram as like private social media, right? So it was just to see what friends were doing and message people and sort of see like memes and stuff like that. And I made my account when I was like 13, so whatever, but I still have my account on like private, so you'd have to write request to follow me and stuff like that. But recently I just thought I want to start getting in contact with people who live the life that I want to live, like kind of networking a bit, like getting advice, just getting in contact with people, if I see like someone on a podcast who I think is really good, who's really interesting, and I have like, a question to ask them, just go on to see if they've got Instagram, message them, and yeah, maybe get a reply. And I decided to start using Instagram in this way, and I sort of took a look at my Instagram and I thought, it's a private account, what does that say to someone who receives a message from me? Does that say like I'm an open book? I've got an online presence, Not really. It's kind of a bit like, what are you hiding, So I decided to like put it on public, so now everyone can see the photos that I put on there. You don't have to request to follow me, and yeah, it's a bit more kind of open, right? I just had a look at some of the photos that I had on my Instagram. I just thought, yeah, I can archive some of these, so I just took off some of the photos. And I just kept the ones that were like really sort of like good photo quality, and like were kind of they weren't just like silly, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just found it was much better now, and I felt like my Instagram account is more of a sort of public brand. You know how people use like LinkedIn and stuff like that, and LinkedIn is good in certain markets, but I think basically Instagram is LinkedIn basically, and you got to use it in the same way. And now I have this intention behind it of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it to talk to people, and to network with basically, and it's been much more effective, and it's really exciting. I really recommend people to do this. Like, if you've found someone online who like you really like, you listen to a podcast with them, or you watch their YouTube videos or whatever, just get into the practice of sending them a message. 9 times out of 10 you don't get anything back, but every now and again they'll just come up with a response, and maybe that response doesn't even say anything that profound, but suddenly you're like, oh, they actually replied to me, and it does something to your brain that, yeah, and I've done that a lot. I mean, I won't like say anything of like, who I've got in contact with, but I've just got into the habit of doing this, and it's just really fun and really exciting, and I've started to use Instagram in a slightly more productive way, you know, and I just think that's a better way than just being completely against social media 100%, because you deny yourself these tools, you know. You could literally get in touch with anyone, like right now. You could send anyone a message right now who's like has Instagram, right? That is amazing, you know. Imagine how difficult it would have been to get in touch with someone, like let's say someone wrote a book back in the day before social media that you really liked. You know, getting in touch with them would be so much harder. Like, yeah, you know, you could probably find an address to send mail to or whatever, but there's something about how easy it is now that is really exciting. And, you know, okay, not everyone's going to reply to your message or whatever, but in principle, that's an amazing tool. And I just think the answer can't be to just not use it. The answer has to be, same with all this stuff, is to use it in just really intentional ways where you really reap the benefits out of it. So yeah, that's really as simple as it is, guys. If you have an Instagram account now and you're wanting to improve it, I guess, use it in a more intentional way, what I'd recommend is just put it on public first, and just only have like good photos on there. Just clean it up a bit, and you just start treating your Instagram account like a LinkedIn, and it's much better. You know, for a while I was thinking with these YouTubes I was going to make like a separate account for YouTube, and now I just think I'll just use my current one. Just kind of mix it together, you know. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you click the top link, I am doing some online coaching at the moment. So if you think you'd be a good fit, let me know. You know, book a free call with me. We can see if we can work together, and I'll see you in the next video.